you guys that do know me from last year, or those who don't know me, my name is Colin Graham. I'm the head esports coach at Davenport University. We're a small private university in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So from you guys, we're about 4 hours north, almost exactly straight north. We are a varsity program, which means we do offer scholarships, and we are under athletics. So everything that we do is under the umbrella of athletics and things, that traditional athletes would do. So a lot of our ideologies are based in that. So games that are offering this year: League of Legends, Overwatch, CSGO, Smash, Apex, and Rainbow Six. We have what I call our core five, and these are games that we'll offer every year in perpetuity. So League of Legends, Overwatch, Rocket League, CSGO, and Smash. Those will never go anywhere. We're going to offer them primarily because most popular titles, some of the oldest running titles, and they're some of the titles with the most support at all levels. On top of that, obviously, Apex Legends, which I was just talking about with your coach, and then Rainbow Six, which we are excited about this year. Our Rainbow Six guys are doing pretty well. We are in the CEA Open playoffs right now. We beat Texas A&M last week in a nail biter. We've got Auburn this week, and if we happen to make it past 6 seed Auburn this week, we've got 4 seed Ohio State the week after. So we're really hoping we can pull together. Our guys are just, they've come together as a team, and it's really exciting to watch them play together. Going into next year, we definitely want to offer Valorant. That's no ifs, ands, or buts. We're looking to create 2 full rosters next year, so a varsity and an academy roster for that title. So your varsity roster is probably going to be Diamond 4 and above, and then your academy roster will obviously be Platinum 1 and below. Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering, we were trying to add that in last year, but it was too little too late before when we said, hey, we're going to do it. We are interested in offering those 2 this year. And then I know last year I came in and I was like, hey, not a big fan of Fortnite. We're not offering Fortnite, but it does have a very strong presence in the esports community. And if my stance is using esports as an opportunity, as a vehicle to offer opportunities to students who wouldn't have them through traditional sports, and to say, hey, we're not going to do Fortnite, means that I am not living up to my end of my ideology. The next few slides you'll see are mostly just static photos. The one on the left, you'll see that's where our esports lab is currently located. We are in the process of trying to find additional space. Our roster is quite large. We're around 60-ish students, with the potential of ballooning up to about 80 next year. If I have my way, we're going to be seeing about 90 plus, and that's because I have a ton of students that I want to recruit. So we are going to need more space, and we're working to get that. The one on the right is just a top-down shot of our weight room in the student center. So one thing that sets us apart from a lot of other programs is an emphasis on a huge emphasis on student well-being, not just athletic and academic, but also physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, et cetera, et cetera. So last year, our students were working out twice a week for an hour at a time. And that's because when you're sitting in a chair, like one of these, 4 hours on end, there are some physiological consequences to sitting in one spot. So the best way to combat that is to get up, be active. We encourage everyone to drink lots of water, make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, make sure you're eating the right things. But, I can't go into a meal hall, or I can't go into a dorm room and police what you eat or drink, but at least I can make sure that you're staying active. This is a picture just kind of give you an idea of what the student center looks like. It's only been around for maybe 5 to 10 years. It's a pretty new spot. On the left is the rock wall that's open, I believe, 2 days a week with supervision. And then the one on the right just gives you a shot into the basketball court where from this slide, you can see that we're located right there next to the basketball court. A couple other shots just kind of give you a roundabout idea of the lay of the land. This is our lab as it stands currently, or as it was last year before we started competition. So 21 computers, all of them from iBuyPower, RTX 2080s, Ryzen 5 3600Xs. But with new space, we do look to get new equipment. What we're going to do with the old one, we'll either reuse it, or we'll be looking to schools like Carmel or others in our region and be like, hey, we've got a ton of old tech. We don't really have any way to deal with it. It's ours, and we get to control what we want to do with it. Do you have any interest in purchasing it off of us or through some sort of donation? Because I'm sure you guys would enjoy a huge lot of brand new PCs. Jerseys. So we are partnered through Acquire. If I am correct, you guys are through Zero Gen. Dylan?
We previously went through Sector 6, and right now we're sort of in between distributors. We're looking to go local, but we might go zero gen.
As I know, Zero Gen's been making a huge impact in the high school scene. Pretty much anyone and everyone is going with Zero Gen.
Yeah.
We're partnered with Acquire. I've worked with Acquire for 3-4 years now. I like the quality of what they put out. The customer service is fantastic. Any of the conversations I'm having are with the guy that owns the company, and he gets back to me pretty immediately. So it's something, I have a standing relationship with them. We stood by them. When you do become a part of the program, we do an ordering group, ordering lot at the beginning of the year. Get your name, your gamer tag, and your last name. If you're on campus, cool. If not, we'll get your address, and then we will order the jersey for you. It's yours to keep. It's part of what you own. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. Put it in a shadow box. Wear it to the gym. It's yours. But this is also kind of your uniform, right? So if we do go to a live event, this is what we want you to wear to the live event. Quick thing to meet the coaches. So right now we have 2 assistant coaches that are volunteers that are not on this that I need to get them added, and that is Ryan Dundee, who was our Overwatch coach. He has experience coaching some contenders teams and some open teams. Kevin, who is our new Rocket League coach, who was 2100 MMR, has been on a few pro teams and is currently working for the Canadian Air Force. So he just came on board like this week. Everyone loves him. But once I get more from them, I'll add them on here. For me, background, traditional sports. I was a football coach at Kalamazoo Central High School for 3 years, as well as an assistant athletic director there for 2. I kind of got into esports accidentally just by hearing my AD talk about e-gaming, and then just kind of was like, oh, he means esports. Let me see if there's a high school league for this, and just kind of grew from there. Games that I play in my own time, League of Legends, Escape from Tarkov, pretty much anything that comes out of Bethesda for Fallout and the Elder Scrolls series. Civ 6 is really fun to sit down and play for hours, and then a lot of JRPGs, with Earthbound being my #1 JRPG of all time. Next, we have Christopher Giletti. He is our CSGO and Rainbow Six coach. His background is in law, so he is a registered lawyer in the state of Michigan, which is really cool because it's great to have a lawyer on your side. He also was the founder of the Esports Association at MSU because he was playing Counter-Strike, was bored because he wanted people to play Counter-Strike with, and just created an entire student organization off of it. So he is great for our CS team. He works with them pretty hands-on, at least our varsity team. And he works with our Rainbow Six team. As you can see, R6, Counter-Strike, and then Stellaris, because he likes to play space games with our players as well. Next up is Carlos. I'm just going to go and hand it over to him instead of talking a lot about what's on his slide, and let him kind of fill you in.
Hi. So what Colin said, I'm Carlo de Los Angeles. I am the assistant coach for Davenport University, and I play Smash. But I also play other fighting games. The current project that I'm doing right now is Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. If you guys haven't heard about that one, that's on the PS4 and the PC. So a little bit of a guilty thing. I was actually working some Smash stuff while listening. So just as a heads up, I am paying attention to my boss. Because, the grind never stops. But talk about the grind, I will make sure, because of my background in mental health, that you would, make sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves, like mentally, making sure that you're not taking those losses really hard. Like there's just so many aspects of that mental health portion that you guys would need to make sure that you guys perform at that level. So when Mr. Graham was talking about how you guys would be performing at like just the physical, mental, emotional level, like this is part of it, so just that really big importance for that. I stream sometimes. I stream sometimes Smash, but I've been streaming a lot of a game that I won't go into because it's really great. It's called Genshin Impact, but I'll leave it at that. I also I've been doing some scary games as for this week, and then I also like have this really weird, I like to do voices every now and then on stream. I do commentary for Smash, and I have done notable events such as Holiday Heist in Detroit. And I also did it was Two Free Waters over in the central Michigan area, kind of like in between, like in Saginaw. And then there was one, it's called Guardian 2, and this was through Gushi Gaming as well. So I also focus a lot on commentary from there. Let's see. I like all FGC titles. I grew up actually first with Mortal Kombat. No, I didn't. Marvel versus Capcom, but it was originally called Capcom something. It was like the one on the PS1, and then I stuck with Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which has been one of my favorites to play through. Tekken as well. Street Fighter, not so much, but it's still something that's very familiar to me. And Smash, obviously, since I've been playing that since the Nintendo 64. And if you don't know what a Nintendo 64 is, you should probably look it up on Google. Let's see here. And I also love JRPGs. So you see Persona, Fire Emblem. I've been playing a couple more on my PS4. So yeah, just you guys are more than welcome to hit me up as much as you guys would prefer to. And I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Dr. Professor Graham over here to bring
Dr.
up the next
Professor.
person.
Yeah, like I've got a doctorate. So I think next is gonna be May Ricky. She is our League of Legends coach, so she is going to be up next, and I'm gonna let her do the same thing. Where I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking. I'm just gonna let her take the mic from here.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry. I like changed my appearance a lot, so I look a little different than what my picture looks like here. I coach League of Legends for Davenport. I actually have a background in Overwatch, though. I used to be really close with a pro player named Taimu, who used to be on Team Envious and then Dallas Fuel. Now he's a Valorant player. Did an interview with the caster Uber Shouts, if you guys know who he is, for any of you that watch and or play Overwatch. I know it's kind of dwindled down in popularity a little bit lately. And then in terms of League of Legends, like I'm a little more like new to the scene, but I know a lot of like the big players in the league scene. I'm close with a lot of them, so coaches and players in some of the top teams like Harrisburg, Maryville, Michigan State. Know a lot of those guys, love them. So I'm someone that's kind of big in the amateur scene, just with like knowing teams, all those people. I've also come from traditional sports. I played basketball for 16 years and volleyball, cross country, track, field hockey, all of those. So I understand like balancing all of that. But yeah, I went to Grand Valley here in Michigan. I helped start an esports club at that school, helped with a lot of that stuff. And yeah, I like gaming. I'm also stream. I'm not big into JRPGs like the other guys are, but yeah, just love League of Legends. Consumed my life.
What a mood. Literally, I honestly think everybody who plays League of Legends is like, yeah, man, love it. Fantastic game. So right now, this was more or less for like if there's parents involved. I want to make sure that we give moms and dads all the information they need, but this is also very beneficial to the students as well. So for Davenport, if you're looking for a lot of gen ed or a lot of liberal arts types of majors, if you're looking for engineering, unfortunately, we are not for you. We do not offer a lot of that. We basically focus on three big things: business, computer information sciences, and nursing. Outside of that, it's unfortunate. We are looking at potentially offering computer engineering in the future, but definitely not immediately. Within those three paths of focus, we have a couple big programs of note. Sports management. There's only 32 schools nationwide that are COSMA accredited, which our school does have. And then cybersecurity, which we are one of 13 Michigan schools that are a designated National Center of Academic Excellence in Cyber Defense Education. I believe we have like a 99% job placement rate out of the gate for cybersecurity, because there are more jobs than there are students that are graduating with a degree in it right now. That includes working for the Department of Defense. We do have a player on our league team right now who has a full ride to Davenport, works for the DoD, great kid. that also goes into the full tuition remission scholarships available. There are 2 options for that of those, and one of them is through the DoD. So if you want to go to school for really cheap and cyber defense is your way, we do have a program for you. You can possibly go for 100% free. Housing, if you're a freshman, you're living on campus, you're going to be living in South Hall. South Hall is the newest dorms that we have on campus. They are 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2 vanities, kitchenette, closets. You get a microwave and a mini fridge. The biggest difference is the fact that you get your own bedroom. You don't share with some random guy that you've never met because you got put into a dorm room with him. I speak from experience on that. And you know, it's private space. And I think that's really rare to see anymore. And you don't share a bathroom with 20 other guys. I know from whenever I did go to Purdue University, I had a buddy who lived in Cary South, or the Cary Closets, and he was sharing a bathroom with like 20 other guys and walking up and down a hallway in shower sandals to make sure that he wasn't putting his feet on those nasty floors. A couple just static photos of like what it looks like or what it can look like. Every dorm room comes with a bed, a dresser, I think 2 dressers, a desk, and a chair. Outside of that, you're free to kind of do whatever you want. You have your own mini fridge. You don't want people to see get into your stash. Keep it in your dorm room. That's fine. You can have it in there. You can see on I guess both of them kind of give you an idea of that common area where the kitchenette is, and then the open space, which is kind of a common room. People probably put, I believe you do get that couch, one of the couches, and then the table and chairs. Put a TV stand in there, make it just a chill spot for everybody. I want to make it very apparent. I don't like to hide numbers from anyone. I want to make everything very transparent to you guys because I understand your age group is so much more aware of the cost of college than my generation ever was. When I grew up, it was go to college. If you got to take out a bunch of student loans, you got to take out a bunch of student loans because that's how it works. No, you don't get to keep the couch. So basically, South Hall is going to be $51.34 a semester. That's for the quads. It's the same thing in Cook and Meyer. So most all of your dorms on campus are about that cost. But you're literally 5 minutes from the lab. This room comes with soup. Imagine getting free soup. Also, you're right on top of the meal hall. So South Dining Hall is on the first floor of that dormitory. If you ever need to go down and get food, you can do that. This cost also includes the unlimited meal plan, which means if you need any food and meal hall's open, go grab it. Ask me that again about the restaurants when we get to Q&A, because I can answer some of these questions later, but we do have a Q&A session at the very end where like you can ask me literally anything. I don't care. Cost of attendance. Once again, very transparent. We are a private university, so we will be a little on the expensive side. So most of you guys will probably be looking at about 15 credit hours. So it's going to be about $30,000 a year, not including like the little fees and stuff that you see here and there. But with scholarships, it can be very reasonable. Davenport gives some pretty robust scholarships for academics, with those being here. So signature, achievement, excellence, and university president, which is limited to 5 students a year. That one is a 3.9 GPA flat or a 3.5 and a 1400 on the SAT. The other ones are, probably most of you guys fall into the $6,500 to $8,000 range, which is from a 3.0 to a 3.5. But just so you guys know, like what you're looking at, right? Moms, dads want to know, what am I going to have to pay? As well as academic scholarships, those do stack with what we have through esports scholarships, which are athletic scholarships. The numbers may be a little outdated because I was talking to my coaches, like basically every scholarship is negotiable to some degree. If you were someone who's like, hey, I have the drive, I can hit whatever rank, whatever like we need for whatever amount of scholarship dollars, we can have that discussion. But for the most part, that gives you an idea of what we're looking for in terms of, I'm familiar with League of Legends, and then Valorant's pretty similar. So it gives you an idea of what you're looking at scholarship wise. And then if you happen to be a grandmaster level player, sit down and have a conversation, and we can have a negotiable number that comes up, and we can, figure out how you best fit with our roster. How would Smash work? I will actually talk about that, and I think Carlo can also answer that in Q&A as well. Smash is different. we have specific criteria for Smash. So on top of that, social media. If you guys want to get a hold of us, Carlos Twitch is on there if you ever want to watch him. Anytime we do stream Smash. Was that for League is D4. D4 is pretty much what we consider that diamond. So if you ever want to watch Carlos stream our Smash matches, you go to his Twitch. Ours is going to be a lot of Overwatch and League of Legends and a little bit of Rocket League. We're going to be moving into that as well. Facebook, Instagram, Recruit Questionnaire. Recruit Questionnaire is going to probably be one of the easiest ways to get into our Discord server and interact with our other recruits, other players, queue up with them, especially Valorant players. We have some guys in there that do enjoy Valorant and they're looking to possibly swap after this year from CSGO or Rainbow Six, depending on how talented or how big our Valorant roster gets. But yeah, and then Linktree at the bottom, that basically gives you everything you see above, plus like going to our acquire site, things of that nature.